Today on Give Me Shelter. Jason and Brian come face to face with 12 feral puppies. Will all of them make it back to pet helpers?
Even if you get them, there's nowhere to put them.
Surprise, Danya. I got some babies.
A shy stray and her 9 vulnerable puppies need to be placed into foster care immediately. Can the staff find them a home this close to a major holiday?
Everybody is leaving, and nobody's in town, nobody has the time.
Jason has just received a call about 12 feral puppies he has been trying to find for the past 2 months. Since the puppies are older and mobile, he must act quickly before they disappear once again.
Big day. A contact down at the feral colony I've been working on for years tells me that he has finally spotted the puppies that have been eluding us for weeks.
Listen, somebody's walking around right in there.
Ernest has been leaving food out for the puppies over the last few days. He is putting food out for them now to lure them into one area, making it easier for Jason to catch them.
And not only does it mean that they're around and I can find them, but it means that they're kind of already domesticated if they're following people to food. Kind of the trick to catching these puppies out here on a feral colony is to get them at the right age. You don't want to get them too young, take them off their mother, and then you don't want to get them too old, because number one, the older they get, the faster they can run. Believe me, puppies are quick. They came right up to you, didn't they? All right. 11. You know, I gotta get these little guys. They're the most vulnerable right now because they're not staying in one place hiding with their mother. They're on the go. They don't know anything about their area. So if I don't pull them off now, we could lose a bunch of them. I'm grabbing one, okay?
Hey, baby. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
First little booger I caught was friendly as could be. He didn't even run. Good sign, good sign.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy, it's okay. It's okay.
His brothers and sisters aren't exactly the same. I got a few of them freaking out on me. This is gonna be interesting.
Jason is doing his best to wrangle a litter of feral puppies before they disappear. He has called his friend Brian to assist him.
We've been out here for months trying to make sure that these guys are caught, and now they're finally up and out, and we're gonna get these guys. Now comes the fun part of trying to catch them all. Once one starts screaming, the rest of them run away. The sheer number of these guys is making it very difficult because they're running in all directions.
How many are there?
At least 12. It's one thing when there's 4 or 5, but when there's 12 of them running around, it's a very difficult job.
The first one, of course, is, acceptable. He lets me take him. And now the rest of them are running off like, I turn the lights on and roaches are just scattering. I got to catch them before they get to the road or back to the forest. If they get into the woods, and they'll easily outrun me. And this truly is what it's all about.
Had one take off in the woods.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Little bitty, 5-pound puppies, really hard to find in dense woods. So, hopefully we'll be able to make sure we get all these guys.
A stray mom and her 9 one-week-old puppies were recently rescued from a high-kill shelter. Since puppies are susceptible to getting diseases at this age, they need to go into foster care immediately. In addition, the mom is extremely shy and needs socialization outside of the shelter.
From what I was told, she was in a high-kill shelter. In order to not euthanize her, they made the decision to put her in one of their sick quarantines. And while I am really, really glad that they didn't just decide to euthanize her, that's really dangerous for her and her puppies. They're only a couple days old, so puppies are the most susceptible age to start to get diseases. They're too young to vaccinate, they're too young to deworm right now. So we're definitely keeping a really, really close eye on her.
You can do it. Who's the My back legs don't work. They don't work. Who's the good girl?
Seems that she is a very, very submissive dog. I don't know if it's because of lack of human contact or abuse or neglect or anything like that.
Every day that passes is another day that the vulnerable puppies are in danger of getting sick, but they are too young to leave their mother's side. A foster who is willing to take both Katniss and her puppies will be a challenge to find, especially during a major holiday.
He's right under here?
Ernest says that one ran up underneath the ramp by the house. I can't seem to see it, nor can I squeeze under there to get it. Hopefully Jason can come up here and we can try to get this dog out of here because it's wedged up in there pretty good.
I guarantee you, by the end of this afternoon, every single one of them will be up our behinds wanting to love on us.
Yeah, these are very different puppies, you know, they're very...
Jason, we got one wedged up underneath the ramp.
Okay.
He's like wedged like as far back as you can get.
All right, so I got another one stuck underneath the handicap ramp. Can't leave him there, and I really need to get him fast because I'm actually supposed to be working this morning and cleaning. So I got to get back before I get fired. All right, watch that side.
Oh, yep. Oh, his ass is mine.
This little nugget has wedged himself underneath this ramp, but now that I'm covered in poo, face crammed up underneath this ramp, I'm gonna catch him, so I'm just gonna grab him by a chicken wing and pull, see what happens.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yep. Ain't no soldier left behind.
The puppies have never been handled by humans before, so as a natural instinct, they are crying out for their mother and trying to defend themselves. It's too early to tell just how feral these puppies really are, and if they are young enough to be domesticated. After hearing their siblings' cries for help, the rest of the litter has scattered into various hiding places. One of the puppies has just nestled itself under a pile of wood in a deteriorating abandoned house.
Gotcha. I got this little booger that keeps running from me. I'm not sure if he's the last one. I got to keep looking. Oh my God. Surprise, Danya. I got some babies. Just for the record, I'm doing exactly what I was told not to do. Tanya is my boss, and she is the end-all be-all when it comes to intake of animals. She has not given me permission to bring in these animals, but she's my buddy, and she's a soldier in the cause as well, so I'm hoping that we can pull some heartstrings.
I told him that he is to go down and assess the situation, check it out, find out what size puppies, how many, what kind of condition they're in.
Jason informs me that he doesn't know if we can even bring them in, but that's not stopping me. I want to get them in the car. I want to get them out of here. If they have to stay at my house until we've got room for them, then I'll just have 12 puppies running around.
But I'll go around and then I'll get
Nicole and Sarah are visiting with Katniss, a shy stray who just gave birth to 9 puppies.
Love her. Talk about a pancake dog.
One of the big challenges with Katniss is her shyness. We know from the other shelter that she was a stray, so chances are she never was socialized with humans. It's possible humans were even mean to her while she was out as a stray. So it's gonna be really tough to find someone to take her and her puppies and get her socialized, bring her out of her shell.
I'm gonna get her a snack. There's your babies.
This is not a good place for her to be. She and her puppies shouldn't be in the shelter. They need to be in a home, and we just want to find someone to take her and the puppies.
Mama, look what I have. Oh, you're hungry? Come on. You gotta go on this side. Come on.
Love the head tilt.
Come on. Gotta come on this side. Good girl.
Katniss's shyness is slowly fading away, but the biggest challenge right now will be finding her a home before she and her puppies get sick. Jason is still trying to find the last of the feral puppies. He's late for work and is already pushing his luck, bringing back a litter of 12 puppies without permission.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, have you talked to Jason? Here, we've got 12 8-week-olds.
I went through this with Jason, and that's why I didn't go down, because I said, I was like, even if you get them, there's nowhere to put them.
This comes at a really critical time because we already have our quarantine full of puppies waiting for foster homes. We have Katniss with her newborn babies that we are desperately trying to get out of here. Poor Bethany is running around like a chicken without her head trying to find fosters for all of these puppies and dogs, and the last thing in the world we needed was 12 more.
So we can't take them even if you can get them.
Yeah, well, I've got like 10 of them in my car right now.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
She's not real happy about us getting these puppies because we're so populated with puppies right now at the shelter, and without seeing them, she doesn't know how old they are, how big they are. Older puppies are a little harder to get out adopted, and especially when they're feral. Hopefully I can show her these guys and convince her that, that they are totally adoptable.
We'll snag up these 2 I threw in the fence. See how this goes. See, you're the cool. You're the cool. You're that whatever. You are a little different. I know. See, he does not care. You need to have. I love babies.
We haven't been able to catch all of the adults because they are wild dogs, they're feral dogs. They're not aggressive, but they do not come up to people. They're very scared of people. We do take care of them, we feed them, so we've just been trying to keep the population down.
The grand scheme of things will be to build a fence, herd them into it, and then we can sedate them, catch them, and get them fixed and stop having puppies every 6 months, I mean, I think we're at 340 now.
They're not going to be family pets for anybody, but rather than taking them to somewhere where they're going to get euthanized, I'd rather them just live the rest of their life happy out here.
Babies. Babies. Daddy's not exactly happy. I'm not really starting off good. I gotta woo her somehow.
Hello?
Hey, I missed your call.
There's things that we need to get going here that, is not getting done. So I just want to make sure you're on the way back.
Yeah, I'm going back right now.
And now we have 12 intakes to do. It is what it is, but they could have waited until Monday.
I will work with you on making sure it all happens. It's not the end of the world. You vent on me all you need, and I will keep my head straight.
Okay.
Love you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm not gonna let them run off. I can't just do that. I didn't really explain to her that they're not the little teeny tiny puppies I was hoping for. They're a little bit bigger. So we're gonna get back and hopefully she'll like them and keep them. I know she will.
I don't like being pushed in a corner, and that's what he did. I should have known better, because when Jason's involved, everything goes his own way. Just did what he wanted to, like he always does.
Yeah. So not sure what's gonna happen when we get to the shelter. We'll find out when we get there. So,
Jason.
What's up, baby? How you doing? Every time I think I got the last one, another one pops up. I really didn't think there was gonna be that many, but I love it. I love little Solar souls.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
12.
12. We got him.
All right. That's how we do it. Oh man, I love this. Man, between local contacts and Brian catching dogs here on Solar, they don't do this for nothing. So when we go out, we put our heart and souls into it, and we actually win. That's what it's all about.
You don't want to shake my hand.
We've been looking for 2 months for these guys, and to finally get them at this age, it's a big relief. Now we can get our plans in place to make sure that we don't get any more puppies out there.
I got 12 pups in the back of Brian's car. I've got to get back to work. Danya's got to take these dogs, because if she doesn't let me intake them here, then I got 12 puppies that need all kinds of medicine and vaccines, and I won't know what to do. Come on, Danya. You know you like dogs.
Bethany has spent hours trying to find a foster home for Katniss and her puppies, but has had no luck. With a major holiday just around the corner, most people are leaving town and won't be available for another week.
I'm running into a humongous problem finding somebody who's A, willing to commit to that long of a foster, and B, that's not going out of town for Thanksgiving. Everybody is leaving, and nobody's in town, nobody has the time, nobody's gonna be available. They're real susceptible to disease right now. Therefore, they need to leave the shelter and all these germs immediately. So it's like a rush to beat the clock, because if I don't get them out of here, they cannot sit that long over the holiday, or they're gonna end up ill.
As the list of potential fosters dwindles down, so do the chances of Katniss and her puppies finding a temporary home before the holiday weekend.
Puppies! Puppies!
Jason was able to find a temporary kennel to place the feral puppies. Even though they have stopped crying, they are still scared of humans and will need lots of social interaction. Before they can be put up for adoption, Danya will have to assess them to see if they're healthy and young enough to be socialized.
Here they are. 12. 6 boys and 6 girls.
Oh, little babies. Oh, are you guys scared? Oh, I know it's scary, big person. Oh, don't crawl under the thing, little babies. Come here. Come here, I'm not gonna hurt you. Oh, you're so cute. Hey, little fat belly. Oh, this is why I have this job. Their lack of socialization is definitely a concern. What they're gonna need is possibly somebody over the weekend to, hold them, keep interacting with them, so they have that little bit more of a socialization. Oh, you scared? Oh, it's okay. We're gonna show you love.
We've been searching for them for like the last 6 weeks or so, because we knew they were out there, and people had seen them, and then every time we would go where they were, they'd move somewhere else. Once they get to be like 3 months old, it's impossible to catch them.
This time is really critical, so putting them into a foster would give them that one-on-one time for them to get used to humans and human interaction, and realize that, we're not the bad guy, and that
Their mom has done her job, and now it's up to us to get them to where they need to be.
Oh my gosh. When I initially saw them, my fear was confirmed that they are much bigger than what we normally pull from Solar Gray. They need to be socialized between 2 and 6 weeks, and these dogs clearly are pushing 9, 10 weeks old. And there's 12 of them, so now we have 12 giant puppies that are under-socialized. Oh my God.
Yeah, she's a little upset. I think she's gonna change. She's gonna switch. That's a pretty wide variety. It's not just like black and yellow. We got a good color palette.
A couple chairs. You got a lot of chocolates in there.
This one is sitting like
On top.
I know. They need to get handled like
Yeah.
real quick. There's definitely a couple of them out of the group that clearly are going to need some intense socialization, and they needed to have that like yesterday. I mean, as long as you don't take them home, they start screaming.
Not anymore.
Like this one.
Did they stop?
Jason brought them here, and Jason's gonna have to follow through now. He'll stay tonight and intake them, and make sure that whatever needs to happen gets done.
Donna's in charge of intake and so forth, so it's her job to give us a hard time. She wants to make sure that she's getting in the right animals and so forth so that we can get them adopted, but she does have trust in us.
Today on Give Me Shelter. After Kristen receives an email from another facility, she must quickly find a way to save 2 puppies from being euthanized.
I was trying to call some foster parents, but nobody's available. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, that's not good.
An emaciated pit bull covered in mange has been rescued by a volunteer. But is his condition untreatable?
Your eyelids are rolled in and your lashes are chronically rubbing against your eye, and so eventually you get to a point like this where you can't open your eyes anymore.
I just received an email from a gentleman that works at an animal control facility in Abbeville, South Carolina. And unfortunately, somebody brought these 2 puppies into him, and he's not able to house them because they're too young and they don't have a lot of cage space there.
The animal control officer in Abbeville can only hold the puppies at the shelter for 1 more day due to a lack of space. If Kristen can't find a way to take them in, he will be forced to euthanize them.
We need some foster parents or some volunteers that might be willing to make that drive up to Abbeville, South Carolina to save these puppies' lives today.
An emaciated 4-month-old pit bull covered in mange has just been rescued by a volunteer who found him wandering down a busy street.
Unfortunately, we're not able to trace Marion back to a human owner because he was found without a collar. And when we brought him into the shelter, we scanned him for a microchip, and there's no microchip. And of course, nobody has called in to say, oh, I lost this dog that I was neglecting.
His eyes are swollen shut, his paws are swollen 3 or 4 times the size of what his paws ought to be.
This is like really disgusting that it got to this point.
I mean, that's just, you don't do that. It's like letting your kid run around, with gangrene or something awful. You just don't do that.
This very well could have been started out in a good situation and then exacerbated to be what it is now. I mean,
Would have been a small rash in one location,
Right.
and then it ate up the entire body, and it'll be a month before this dog looks normal.
You know, Marion's case is a very emotional case. This has really affected Lauren. She's so horrified by his condition that she is going to go above and beyond to make sure the community knows that first this even happened.
Sometimes, you know, it takes horrible, sad situations like this to catch this one person, and you have to keep doing it because you might get one more person on your side, one more person, one more person, one more person.
Lauren is getting some good pictures of him so that she can go and post them right onto Facebook to see if we have anybody willing to respond to take him into their home.
While Lauren is posting photos on the Facebook page, Pet Helper staff is diligently looking through their database and making calls to find Marion a foster home. He needs hands-on special care that will be hard for the shelter to provide on a 24-hour basis.
Janet is awesome. She's hardcore, she's brilliant. To have a chance for Janet to come and attack the situation, that dog was very lucky.
He probably has had a chronic eye infection, and when you squint long enough, your muscles fatigue and you can no longer hold your eyelids out in a normal position. So now your eyelids are rolled in and your lashes are chronically rubbing against your eye, which of course causes more pain and causes more squinting, and so eventually you get to a point like this where you can't open your eyes anymore.
So right now, Dr. McKim is doing a skin scrape. She's getting the first layer of the skin off of him. She'll be able to determine what kind of mites they are. There are another case of mange called sarcoptic mange that is highly contagious, and we have a whole different protocol for that. But right now, she's trying to determine, is it sarcoptic mange, is it demodectic mange, or if there is also a bacterial infection involved. Hey, Clint. Yeah, I'm doing good. Hey, I got a favor to ask you. I just received an email from Abbeville, South Carolina, and they just had 2 little puppies. And if I don't get them today, they're probably gonna have to be euthanized at the end of the day. I remembered a friend of mine owns a plane, so I gave him a call, and he happens to be in town this weekend. And I was wondering if you would be available to fly me up there to get them. That would be great. That would be great. If I sent a volunteer up there on a 5-hour drive, that would be a 10-hour drive. So I'm very excited my friend is able to fly me up and get me back in 2 hours. I'm gonna leave right now, and I'll see you soon. Thank you so much, Clint. All right, bye-bye. Hey, Katie, I just got off the phone with the animal control facility in Abbeville. My friend's in town. He's gonna fly me up there. It's about a 2-hour trip to go pick him up. If you could do me a favor and pull up our foster list and start making phone calls. I just need 1 home for 2 puppies. And I'll see you in a bit. I gotta go gather some things.
Alrighty.
All right, thank you. Our flight time is probably an hour up and an hour back, and I'm gonna be in close contact with my staff so that we can have a foster parent here when we arrive.
While Kristen flies up to save the puppies, it will be crucial for Katie to secure a foster home for when they return. While Kristen is flying up to Abbeville to save 2 puppies from being euthanized, Katie is trying to find them a foster home since they are too young to stay in the shelter.
Hi Annie, this is Katie calling from Pet Helpers. We have a couple of foster puppies that are coming in from Abbeville, and we are hoping to see if you're available to take some in. No? Okay, well thank you very much. Hi Sue, this is Katie calling from Pet Helpers. I'm calling because we have a couple of puppies coming in from Abbeville this weekend. No? Okay.
If Katie doesn't find a home for them by the time Kristen returns, the puppies may not get the hands-on care that they need. After reviewing the skin scrape, Dr. McKim has diagnosed Miriam with demodectic mange. It is not contagious to humans or other animals, but it is still very painful for Marion.
Honey, honey. Oh, that's my buddy. Whoa. It's amazing he's not covered in fleas.
Good
They probably don't even like him.
Oh gosh, yeah. Even the fleas don't want them.
What we're going to do is we've already started him on antibiotics. He'll get a therapeutic bath tomorrow. We will check out his eyes a little bit more. We will start him on a medication to control his Demodex. Oh, you poor buddy. Yes, but you do have a very nice disposition.
Hopefully we're gonna find a foster home. That would be another big step. They always heal faster outside of the shelter. And then we'll move on from there, get him back in, get him adopted out. Hopefully he'll get adopted out from the foster home.
Just getting back into Charleston right now from going and picking up the puppies in the plane. I really hope Katie was able to find me some foster homes because they need 24-hour care, so it's not an option for them to stay at the shelter.
Hi Brent, this is Katie calling from Pet Helpers. How are you doing? We were hoping to find somebody to foster them. No? Okay. All right, well, thank you very much. Bye. I've tried to call about 10 people now, and everyone's pretty much unavailable. I don't really know what to do next.
Hello?
Hey, Kristen, it's Katie. How are you doing?
Hey, Katie, I'm doing good. So did you find me some foster homes?
Yeah, I was trying to call some foster parents, but nobody's available. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, that's not good.
Well, unfortunately, Katie, while I've been gone, has not been able to find foster care for these puppies, and so that's kind of concerning because they gotta have foster homes.
Well, I have one person, she's already got some puppies, but let me see if she's willing to take this on. I should be back with the puppies in about 20 minutes.
All right, well, I'm sorry I wasn't able to find somebody.
All right, thanks, Katie.
Yep, you're welcome.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Kristen is running out of resources for foster homes. Hopefully, her backup plan will work.
Well, unfortunately, Katie, while I've been gone, has not been able to find foster care for these puppies, and so that's kind of concerning because they gotta have foster homes. But I do have one really awesome foster parent named Pam. She currently has some other puppies, but I'm gonna give her a try anyway.
Hey, Pam, it's Kristen from Pet Helpers. How you doing? I just got back in town with 2 little puppies from Abbeville, South Carolina, but I'm kind of desperate for some foster homes for them. And if you could at least buy me, 48 hours to a week, I'm sure I can make other arrangements. Oh, you would? Oh, thank you so much, Pam. Awesome.
Before the puppies can go into foster care, they need to be examined, vaccinated, and dewormed.
It's okay, guys. Chris, to the medical room. Chris, to the medical room.
Right now, Chris and I need to give them a general physical to find out what condition they are and if they have any fleas, if they have any ear mites or anything like that. All right, Chris, I'm gonna give you this one.
Hey, little buddy.
They have pretty significant.
There was bumps on her chest.
Well, I'm seeing some fleas, so.
That could be from fleas.
Yeah, definitely could be from fleas. This one's a little worse than the other one.
Yeah.
I think probably what we should do is put a vet check sheet in, let the vets do a skin scrape and see if they have any mites on them that we might need to treat them for. I'm kind of concerned for these guys because that skin issue can turn into an infection, and at this age, an infection could kill these guys.
After just a few hours of searching for foster homes, Nicole Fredericks, who is a regular foster care parent for Pet Helpers, was able to take Marion home and immediately start nursing him back to health. But he still has a long road ahead of him.
She actually specializes in taking care of pit bulls and skin conditions. So I'm very grateful that as of right now, he gets to go home every night and be in a loving home. His adoption is going to be very special since he got off to such a rough start. I think probably what we should do is put a vet check sheet in, let the vets do a skin scrape and see if they have any mites on them that we might need to treat them for. We gave Dr. Love a call, let him know the puppies were here and that we were concerned about their skin. So he came in and looked at them and he said that they have a bacterial infection going on right now.
With the use of antibiotics and flea treatment, both puppies should be healed in just a few days. Pam Haskell has volunteered to take the puppies home with her until they are healthy and old enough to be adopted.
How are you?
Hey, Pam. It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah, have a seat. Have a seat. The reason Pam is taking these puppies is they're too young to be in the shelter. They're too young to get fixed. And once they're spayed and neutered, they will be available for adoption. So they're little hound puppies, black, white, and brown. But they do have a little bit of a skin condition going on. I did see some fleas on them. Within the next, 12 hours, they should all be gone. So you want to go see them?
Yes, I do.
All right, awesome. All right, let's go see your babies. Here they are. Aren't they cute? Yeah. One is named Abby and one is named Vil, but you're more than welcome to name them whatever you would like.
Oh, Kristen.
So you want to foster?
Sure.
Awesome.
Bless their heart. They're good babies.
They are.
Yes, they are. You're going to have a good time at our house.
That's right. Pam is a wonderful foster parent. She's very reliable. She always answers our call to need. So these little puppies are going to be in the best foster home ever. They're going to be lucky little guys.
Hey, Kristen, that puppy from Abbeville's here with the adopters.
Oh, awesome. Thanks, Chelsea. Let's go see our puppy. The little puppies that I flew up to Abbeville a few weeks ago to get and save, they were completely healed, and they were brought into the shelter and put up for adoption. And one of the puppies scored a really awesome home.
We've come back today to Pet Helpers. We wanted all of the staff to see Bailey, and we just wanted to say thank you and, hope that other people will get the same message.
Something that really changes my day is when somebody walks through the door with an animal they just adopted to let us see it and see how well it's doing and to thank us for the service that we provide. That really means a lot. Hey, how you guys doing?
Good.
How about you?
Hi, how you guys like your new puppy?
Doing
Excellent.
Yeah? Do you mind if I take a look at her skin?
Not at all.
Awesome. Have you seen her skin flaking at all?
No, it's definitely better than it was when we picked her up. Yes.
Okay. Her skin looks really, really good, so I feel a lot better about that she's not going to have any future skin conditions. Well, we thank you guys very much for adopting from us.
Yeah, well, thank you.
I'm super excited over the fact that their story has come to a happy ending. The puppies that we flew up to get that were going to be euthanized are now both in loving homes. And at Pet Helpers, it takes all of us working as a team together to save animals' lives and to be a voice for these animals.
Marion has been living happily with his foster mom, Nicole, for the last few weeks. After lots of medical care, his weight has already gone up and his mange has started to clear. Nicole is bringing Marion into Pet Helpers for a routine follow-up with the staff.
Sweetheart, I can't believe you look so good. Oh, Kazu.
His progress is really remarkable, and we still have ways to go. His paws are still infected, still swollen, but his personality has come out. He looks like a different animal.
Marion, look at you, buddy. Hey, girl.
Hey.
How's it going?
Good.
Pit bulls are just really not looked upon as the breed to adopt. We have to break through that stereotype and find him the right home. Have you been able to promote him and take him out to get him adopted, find him a home?
With the rain, it's been really hard. We haven't been able to go to the dog park, which is my favorite place to take him. He loves it.
I'm a little frustrated that Nicole hasn't been able to get Marion adopted yet. Well, we definitely have a few challenges with him. Unfortunately, his breed's against him because he's a pit bull. People are going to automatically assume that he's going to want to kill cats, bunnies, and all the above.
I have so many animals in my house, like not just dogs and cats, but I have mice, I have rats. I mean, he's fine with them too.
So we kind of need to discuss how we're going to approach that. And of course, his health issues, since they're going to be long-term. It probably could take up to a year for Marion to fully grow his hair back, for all the swelling to go down. So we need somebody that knows all that and is willing to take that on as a challenge. Maybe you could email me some pictures, some videos, so that we can get it on our social media here at Pet Helpers to start promoting him. Because it's really important that we find him a home.
Yeah.
I know you can't keep him forever, so we need to start pursuing this a little harder. Jason's going to be working with Nicole, and Jason's going to use some of our dogs here at the shelter to kind of switch him out on different dogs to see how he gets along.
You go say hi.
What's going on, Nicole?
Hey.
How's he doing?
Good.
I didn't recognize him at first, just because less scabs and just coming right up to you friendly, you know, ready to play. I mean, he still looks a little funky with that crazy fur, but if you saw him the first day, oh my God, he's amazing.
He has no mites left on his body. He's just, his fur is coming back in, his skin's recovering, and so that's why, you know, he still looks kind of rough.
We should try to get him in the yard like with some of our dogs just to see, you know, what he does with the shelter guys.
Yeah, that sounds good, as long as I think just one at a time would be good so that, you know, he doesn't get stressed out and lose any fur. Or, you know, I don't want him to get sick because it's so cold out, so.
Oh, Mom. Grab your leash, let's go.
It's very important for us to be able to see that Marion can get along with a bunch of different dogs, whatever situation he's in. So it's very important that Nicole allows us to step across that line so that we can have even more information about Marion.
I'm just gonna drop.
Yeah.
Hi, Julie, you ready? Got a boyfriend? Come on, let's do boy. Get him.
Good boy.
There you go. Frolic, play. You jump, I jump.
So Mari just met Julie for the first time, which was a pit mix that's in at Pet Helpers right now. I mean, he just ran right to her and they started chasing each other. He jumped up and put his paws on her back. No hesitation, no pain. Now I really don't have to worry about when I introduce him to another dog, you know, I feel like he's just gonna start playing like he did just now.
Just by showing that a dog like that is a good dog, seeing him with another dog playing in the yard, hanging around people, it's the individual dog that's aggressive, not a breed.
Yeah, this is what my house is like 24/7.
I was amazed that he can run and that much with his paws so swollen. He'd be a great second dog for somebody, you know?
Yeah, well I really want him to have a home with another dog just because he is so high energy like most pit bulls. Usually when people have one dog, they think that a second is gonna be way more, you know, way more time, way more food, when really they entertain each other, they take care of each other, and it can actually be a lot easier. I need to find somebody like at the dog park who has a dog who's a little like, you know, needs their dog to just like run and get energy out, and I think that's really what's gonna, you know, sell him, so to speak.
No matter what he's been through in his past, he's kind of left that behind, and now he's becoming a whole dog, and I can't wait until he gets adopted into his forever home.
Since it's finally not raining today, I was hoping to go to the dog park, and that's where I would really like to find a potential adopter, because that way they already have a dog. When I meet them in person, I can also take time to kind of interview them, make sure they're taking care of their dog. I can physically see that their dog is healthy or not, and it's, you know, that's always what I'm hoping for.
Today on Give Me Shelter, Pet Helpers has dedicated a special day to trap, spay, neuter, and release a group of feral cats to help control the local overpopulation. Can Dee Dee trap 2 fertile males from a colony before the day ends?
You could get a claw in you. There's no question about that.
An approaching thunderstorm and inexperienced volunteers are just 2 of the challenges facing Jason and his team as they race to build a dog pen for a local resident.
We could probably use a hand getting the fencing up.
We could really use a hand.
Dr. McKim and her staff are dedicating the day to spaying and neutering over 30 feral cats brought in by volunteers around the community to help decrease the local overpopulation.
We have a very active community. They're called TNR, which stands for Trap, Neuter, and Release. It's an alternative to the former program of Trap and Euthanize. We have days like this to kind of get everybody in the TNR community a little bit enthusiastic.
Dee Dee Tyler, a volunteer at Pet Helpers, is meeting with a feral cat colony caregiver to trap 2 unneutered male cats that have been reproducing within the colony.
Hey, how are you, Liz? Glad we could make this happen for these kitties tonight, hopefully. Hopefully we'll have some luck. I've been volunteering at Pet Helpers now for almost 7 years. Pet Helpers is how I spend my free time, pretty much. It's how I give back to the community as well. That one right there, he's my man. He's the one I'm after, really. And then this guy right here, this gray and white one, he's also one that I want too, because I know he's not fixed. People don't realize how many cats are out there. So what we're all about is trying to reduce those numbers and help these guys live a decent life out there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and trap the cats that I know that need to be fixed. We're going to bring them into the clinic. They will be set up for surgery, for spaying or neutering, and have their vaccinations given to them, as well as a microchip. We don't believe in euthanizing feral cats because we believe that they are happy, just as happy living out their lives outside. As long as they're not bothering anybody, we feel like they deserve to live too. Okay. So we need to step back and just wait for him to go over there, hopefully. I may have to stay there for an hour or two. I may not have any success at all.
Unchained Charleston is a program that 3 of us at Pet Helpers started about a year ago. And what we found is that people in their community love their dogs, but a lot of times they can't have their dogs inside. The dog being on a chain can make that dog very protective, very aggressive. So what we wanted to do was build the dogs a fence that they could run around in, and it decreases their aggression and it brings the family closer to the dog. Kendra heard about our program and she filled out our questionnaire. You have to own your property. You have to agree to get your animals spayed and neutered. She loved her dog and she wanted a better life for her dog.
They took Moscata to a friend's house just because it's so hot and rainy and stuff. And she's usually tied up over there, whereas she was wandering and ending up down at the beach with the rest of the tribe of dogs. When not tethered, she roams around the neighborhood, which is, everybody's friendly, but it's not safe. Too many cars. I'm gonna get you to give me a hand doing something real quick, if you don't mind, sir. And actually, can I borrow you too, Jess? Just for 1 second. So basically what I need to do is I need to get as level of an eye across the middle poles. And then when you mark, just mark right at the bottom of it. It's always frustrating when you're trying to figure something out and help someone else figure it out at the same time. None of us are professionals when it comes to building fences. Starting off from scratch, it can take longer.
The team is making progress despite the hot summer heat, but Jason is still missing a handful of his lead volunteers.
I wish Kristen was here because we really needed her between just handing out materials, getting the water to the holes, important things.
Yeah, well, I knew she said she didn't know if she could make it to this build, but I know she's going to get some future builds too. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Kristen should have been here a while ago. She's never missed a fence build. If she misses this one, it's going to be very strange.
I'm running a little late today, and I have some news for Jason that I'm kind of nervous about telling him about. And I probably should have told him before this fence build, but I didn't. But now I'm late, and so now I have to explain to him why I was late. So I'm really hoping he doesn't freak out.
Where are you? You need to come here. We need you here, not there. You're coming out here right now? Awesome. Hey, Kristen's on the way. Woohoo! I'll be here at, when, 11?
I need to talk with him. He is taking the MCAT in 2 weeks, so.
Oh, he's got to study.
He needs to study. But if we're really far behind, he said he'd come out and help out a little more too.
Yeah, well, we might want to call in reinforcements. Kim, actually, starter of Unchained Charleston. Her husband, Kyle, is my man. He's actually #2 top dog here, aside from Kristen, as far as I'm concerned. Oh, we need you. Please.
Hey, how's it going?
Please.
We're a little bit behind where we want to be. We could probably use a hand getting the fencing up if you have a little bit of time.
We could really use a hand.
Okay, that sounds great. We'd really appreciate it. All right, talk to you later. Bye.
That is so awesome. Thank you, Kyle.
Although Kyle and Kristen are on their way to help out, a new challenge arises involving Mother Nature.
It's looking like it might rain right now, and that's okay if it's just sprinkling a little bit or raining a bit. But when we put the Quikrete in, we want to make sure that that's going to dry and set pretty well before we let the dogs in, because if they come in and the Quikrete is still wet, they can still dig out.
I'm going to have to rush all the bags of concrete back into the van and then come and work on Sunday. I don't mind for the critters, but I want to sleep in tomorrow.
I'm waiting for this cat to figure out whether it's going to go under my trap, anticipating, hoping that it will, but not sure if it will. Here he goes. All right, here he comes. Once he goes under there, I'm going to cover this trap, I'm going to pull it, and I'm going to cover the trap so it calms him down, and then I'll move him out.
Okay.
And he's going. So he's nice and hunkered down in there. And I'm getting ready to pull right now. I'm getting ready to pull right now. You put your hands on one of those traps without having a cover plate on the handle part, you could get a claw in you. There's no question about that. Come on, buddy. Come on. Feral cats do not like to be picked up, so I don't pick them up. I personally experienced it myself. I had to go to the doctor because a cat bit me in my bone. And he got infected. My whole arm up here was red. They can hurt you if you put yourself in a position to do that. Okay. All right, so he's done.
After a safe and successful trapping, Dee Dee has one cat down and one more to go.
All right.
The volunteers are racing against time to build the fence before a potential rainstorm hits. Finally, Kristen has arrived to help speed things up.
Thank God Kristen's here. It's been long enough. We need her. She's our queen bee, and we need her by our side. So where have you been? You're late.
Hey, I'm sorry I'm late, buddy, but I got some news. This is my last day with Pet Helpers. I took another job at another shelter in the area.
Sucks. Kristen's gone. Kristen actually got me started at Pet Helpers. I won't know what to do while she's gone.
It is kind of sad for both of us because we work so closely together and we're not going to get to see each other every day, and so that is a sad part for us. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, but it was a great opportunity, so I had to take it.
You're still coming to the builds, right?
I am. I'm still going to be
you
in
are
the builds.
Unchained.
Yes. I'm still going to help you out with the builds, but I'm sorry I'm late today.
It's good that she's going to another shelter. She's helping out. She's doing what she's meant to do, but I'd rather have her by my side than, gone. So.
Back at the feral cat colony, Dee Dee and Liz are preparing to trap a second male cat that has been breeding with other females.
If you could go grab a cup of food and shake it like you're going to feed them.
Okay.
And so what you want idea is to get them to come around because they're familiar with you.
Right. Okay.
Nearby.
Okay. I'll do that. Let me go get some food.
There's the one I need right there. There's a gray and white cat who's unneutered. I know he's not fixed because his ear's not clipped, first of all. Oh, and he's not interested. Okay. Maybe if Liz puts some food up there, then they might decide to come out. These cats have a real keen intuition sometimes. They're pretty smart, actually. They know when something's up. He's walking around. He's checking things out. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All righty. I'm getting ready. Ooh, damn. As So if I don't get this guy tonight, he's going to go out and impregnate another female, maybe 2 or 3 females, who knows? I mean, before you know it, the colony's grown from 10 to 30 in a season. Here he goes. Okay.
Yep. There he is.
All right, so here we go. Got him. Come on, buddy. Go ahead. There we go. Awesome success.
Yay.
2 of the ones I really wanted to get.
Yeah. All right, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. I felt really good about trapping those 2 guys. Those were the 2 guys I really wanted to get.
Kim has returned from picking up her husband, Kyle. Having an experienced volunteer on site will be essential to helping the new volunteers finish the job.
Thank goodness Kyle showed up, so now we're ready to rock and roll. Kim, Kyle, and Jason are really the staff that have been on all the fence builds since we started a year ago. And it's really going to be difficult with these newcomers, it being their first fence build. So we really have to come together as a team, and the direction has to be very clear.
We're going to try to pull these closer together,
Okay.
so it takes out all the slack in the fence, makes it nice and taut.
Oh, dude, we've been doing it by hand.
Let's give it a shot for the first corner.
All right.
While a potential rainstorm remains a threat, the volunteers push on and continue to make progress.
Well, let's just pull this down this way so reach. I don't think we made it close enough. Excellent.
Hey guys, sorry, but I gotta run. I gotta go to my other job.
No, we're not done. You can't leave.
Well, I have to leave the fence build early today because the shelter that I work with right now is having a really big adoption event for the next 5 days, and we need everybody that works there to be on. I will miss you guys, but I'll see you next month at the next build.
You better, because if you don't show up, we're coming to your house.
Thanks, y'all. Blessings. Bye.
Come back soon.
It's a bittersweet moment for me. I'm very, very grateful to Pet Helpers because I wouldn't be able to do what I'm getting ready to do at this new shelter if it hadn't been through my experience with Pet Helpers.
Without Kristen's leadership, it will be total chaos, but it's usually like that in a shelter, so we'll make it through it. We go through times when we don't have a certain position filled for long, long months. It's rough, it's hard, but everybody pulls together. It's shelter life. It's hard.
Dee Dee is on her way back to the clinic to drop off the 2 male feral cats. They are just 2 of over 30 feral cats that will be neutered or spayed today.
If they have fleas, they'll get treated for fleas. If they have worms, they'll probably both get treated for that. They'll get a distemper and a rabies shots, and they'll get a microchip, and then they will also get an ear tip, which denotes that the visual of that cat's head, you can actually tell he's already been fixed. As with any surgery, whether it be animals or humans, there's always a risk. They could die. They could not come out of the surgery. They could have something going on that we don't really know about. Thinking on the positive side, but they'll be okay.
Dr. McKim and her staff are spaying and neutering over 30 feral cats that have been brought in by volunteers in an effort to decrease the local overpopulation. Just 1 feral cat can have 8 to 10 kittens in a litter and 2 to 3 litters in a year. After spaying and neutering these feral cats, they will have no chance of reproduction and they will be less likely to fight, get cancer, and spread diseases. The 2 feral males have been sedated and anesthetized. Dr. McKim begins to neuter them, but she quickly notices they have severe lesions on their paws.
When I saw the feet, my heart sank because there's not too many things that can do this. They're very uncommon unless there is an underlying situation. The most common thing is feline leukemia. So my suspicion level arose immediately. We called the caregiver, explained the situation. She authorized us to test for it. I had a very strong suspicion that my test was going to be positive, and unfortunately, 10 minutes later when the doc turned, it confirmed our suspicion. They did indeed have feline leukemia.
If released back into the colony, the cats will be at a high risk of dying a slow and painful death and could spread the disease to the other feral cats.
Sorry, Buzz. So the caregiver agreed that the most humane thing to do was to euthanize the kitties. And we did do that while they were still under their anesthetic so that they felt no pain, they weren't afraid, and they got to go peacefully. Some people think of feral cats as disposable. Obviously, we don't feel that way. I went into this profession because I love it. When I get to the point that I can shut it off, it's time for me to stop.
The feral cats will be cremated and buried respectfully. The rest of the colony may be at risk of getting feline leukemia and will need to be monitored closely.
Y'all watch out, that could shoot into an eye. Oh, nice. Hey, we can still use our socket.
The beach is over there. Every fence build is unique, and you have to be sure that the dog will be contained within this unit. And now I personally have to test it myself, because you just never know. All right, try this side. That didn't really work.
Thanks for being the guinea pig, Jason.
That's what I'm here for. I'm here for you. All right, bows and bowettes, I think we're done. Woo, fencing! Oh, team! That's a fence done fast, about as fast as all of our volunteers have done, and most of you guys are newbies, so go team! Woo! Kendra's not home, so we're gonna wait for Miss Scott to get home, send the rest of the crew back off to wherever they need to go. I'm gonna hang out, wait for Kendra and the dog to get back, and then we can introduce her to her new habitat. Now please, everyone go home and bathe, because y'all all stink.
Hey, Dr. McKim.
Hey.
Just came to get an update on the kitties that I brought in yesterday.
Oh, it didn't turn out well. So, when they came in and were sedated, there were some inflamed foot pads that can be associated with feline leukemia. They were not in good condition. So we ended up humanely euthanizing them. I consider Dee Dee a friend, so it was a little bit tougher to tell her that we were going to have to euthanize these two kitties, but she understands that this was the only recourse for these kitties, that if they were released, their days were very limited and they were not going to be healthy days. I'm sorry.
Thank you so much. I appreciate everything you do. It touched me to see her emotions come out. I usually don't see those in her. She's usually pretty straightforward, and you know, she's a tough lady.
Last year we did over 5,000 animals and only lost 4. So a day where we're going to lose 2 cats, even though it's intentional, is a tough day for all of us.
The next step is, you know, just get back with Liz, see what we can do to help the other kitties if they need help. Try to keep the colony as healthy as possible. And that's all we can do, is just go out there and try to help these guys as much as we can.
Miss Scott was brought back by Kendra's brother, and got to hang out in a new place. Where's you? Go, 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 go. What's up, Kendra?
Hey, wow, this is so amazing.
I think your baby likes it. Yeah, absolutely. No, thank you.
Hi, Miss Scotto.
It's your mama, baby.
Hey, girl, you got a nice home here now. I'm jealous now. You living the life.
She loves it. She's so excited. I don't think she expected the fence to be this big. Surprise, surprise.
You happy? Yeah, I'm happy too.
It's awesome. That is so awesome.
It's amazing. I like it. I love it. And I know Moscato love it too. Y'all did a good job. Excellent.
All volunteers, all out of love. It's pretty big. That's enough room for her to run around.
It surely is.
Huh? Ah, just in time. It's raining, and we're done. Perfect.
Well, Jason, I appreciate you and Pet Helpers bringing Moscato this beautiful home here.
Unchained Charleston strikes again.
Y'all did a fabulous job.
Well, you rock. I'm gonna come back to see your baby very soon, but I have to go home.
All
It's
right.
my dinner time.
I know that's right. Thank
Love
you.
you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, baby. Out, you in. I'm out, you in. I'm out, you in. You're always surprised when it's a volunteer group effort. Nobody It's getting paid. Everybody's just coming out to do a good thing. And good thing happened.
If you would like to assist in animal welfare or give a new home to an abandoned animal, please contact your local animal shelter to learn how. If you would like to assist in animal welfare or give a new home to an abandoned animal, please contact your local animal shelter to learn how.